Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, I'm sitting at home. I know it's been a minute since I've been on, and life has been really busy. But I was this morning doing a study on John 12, and I don't know, I didn't know at the time why God took me there. And every time I asked Him, Lord, what do you want me to read? He always takes me back to John. And this morning, He simply said to me, I want you to know me. That's it. And I'm like, what? And so as I read John, I know that the book of John is like a love, like the love of Jesus. Like John tells of the intimate details of Jesus. And so he took me to John 12, and as I was reading it, I was reading about the characteristics of Mary. I was reading about the characteristics of Judas. And this is just in the first couple verses. This is just like 1 through like maybe 8 or 9, 8. And so, even though it doesn't give in detail the characteristics, but when you go back and you read the story where Mary first met Jesus, how she sat at his feet. Well, in this particular story, she goes in and she anoints his feet. So it shows me that from beginning, from day one, Mary, you wanted to be submissive to Jesus. You wanted to be right there at his feet. You wanted to know those things. So then you come back later, right before his death, burial, and resurrection, and you anoint the very feet that you sat at, because you seen how great he was. And then you see Judas, and Judas, he's tripping off of her anointing his feet with this very expensive oil. She didn't put a cost on it. She didn't put a limit on what he was worth. She didn't put a limit on it. But he looked at it and was like, we could have did other things. And he tried to make it seem like he could have did something great for the poor. But in all reality, even in the word, it says that he was a thief. He had no intentions on doing anything great for the poor because he was a thief by nature. So it didn't take Jesus, and it shouldn't take us by surprise that he would come in and do those very things. So I told y'all this portion of the story because look at those people around you. You see those characteristics of these people. You see how they already move. They've been moving like this. They've been doing things. And what we'll do is we'll bypass those things that we've seen. So then we tripping when it comes to us. Don't get caught slipping. That was predestined for Jesus. Jesus came down here just for that reason, to be sold, to be killed, and to be rose again out of the grave. He did that for us because we needed salvation. But for the one who you got around you, who you know a snake, you know they a snake. Jesus he didn't make him leave because it was purpose in that pain. There was purpose in that betrayal. So sometimes we have to keep those people around us, not necessarily tell them all the details of what's going on. Because, see, if you notice, John was one of the ones who was always with Jesus. But Judas, you never seen him. He wasn't ever really even mentioned most of the time. He was mentioned to a certain extent, but he was never really mentioned the way that John, Matthew, Mark, Luke, you never really heard his name mentioned. But he was there. But those intimate details, those intimate things, you keep that for that close circle. Those people who you know got your best interest at heart because they show it to you. Because you've prayed and you've asked God to show it to you. But then for those people that's like Judas, don't push them out. They're needed. They're necessary. There's a Judas that is necessary. There is a Judas that is necessary for your greatness, for your victory. We always try to run away from conflict. We always try to run away from, pain. But there's so much, like, that pain is destined. That pain is purpose. There's so much purpose in our pain. So today I encourage you, don't run away from the pain. Be encouraged in the pain. See the victory in the pain. Look at the bigger picture. Quit trying to focus in on that small stuff, that small pain that inflicted you today, that inflicted you yesterday. Look at the bigger picture, because I promise you, greater is coming. Greater is coming. I just wanted to give that out just real quick in the midst of my studying time or whatever. I just wanted to give that out because I feel like I got that nugget and was like, okay, all right. Even Lazarus was in here, and I don't really want to go too far into details about that right there, because listen, you you getting beat up because of association, because of what you getting beat up because of the miracle Jesus did that you didn't ask for. But I'll leave that there. Because there's purpose in the pain. There's purpose in the pain. There's purpose in it. Be aware. Make sure that you are still praying and that you're fasting. Here on Sunday, if you're seeing this today, it is December 5th, 6th, something like that. December 6th or 7th, or it's one of those days. It's December though. So if you're seeing this today, coming up on Sunday, my church family, Kingdom Word Ministries, Bishop Eric D. Morrison, Pastor Regina R. Morrison, we are going on an absolute fast starting Sunday at 6 p.m. until Saturday. And we are believing God to break all kinds of strongholds. We are believing God to break down every distraction, to remove that blockage that you've been having that's keeping you from worshiping God the way that you want to worship Him, getting in your word, praying, fast, whatever it is. That fast is going to break so many strongholds. So right now, I'm coming to encourage you. If you want to join the fast, come on, get in here, do it with me. If not, send me some prayers. Let me pray with you. Let me put you on my piece of paper that I'm gonna be laying on and laying out before the Lord on your behalf, on my family's behalf, on my friends. It don't really matter. I just want y'all to be encouraged. I want these strongholds to be broken. I want the church to be strengthened again and get back to its original intent, winning souls, saving the sick. You know, let's just get back to the basics, y'all. I love y'all so much. If you don't have a church home, if you don't have salvation, let me be the one to help you get to Jesus. Let me be the one. Email me, IndiaMonique.p at gmail.com. I'll put it in my bio. Let me be the one to help you. If you need prayer, put your prayer request in the comments. I promise you I'm going to check them. If you don't have a church home, if you want a church home, if you want somewhere to go where you can have a healthy ministry, there's no perfect church, but you can have a healthy ministry that's going to grow you up in the faith. Kingdom Word Ministries in Kansas City, Missouri is one of the greatest ministries. One of the greatest ministries. My bishop and my pastor, they have been really working with me and helping me grow in my faith and in this word. If you need somewhere to go, 3301 Cypress, Kansas City, Missouri, 64131, I believe is the zip code. Kansas City, Missouri, though, Kingdom Word Ministry, Bishop Eric D. Morrison. Come in there, check us out. Get yourself in somewhere that you can be rooted. They can teach you how to be rooted. I love you. I gotta go. Have a great day. Don't forget, send me emails, send me prayer requests, send me if you need salvation. Let me lead you to Christ, because the greatest commission is that right there. Let's make disciples. I love y'all.